Hello, welcome back to the channel. So the NFL last week, I think, or the week before, they released their schedules, and so every team got their schedule. It was, on a Wednesday and something like that. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd break down and go through every single individual team and look at their schedule and just kind of see the win loss record. Um, I want to give my predictions and do a win loss, but also give the team the benefit of the doubt and try to okay, maybe they might win this one. But I wanted to go through each team. So let's jump into it. One team. Let's talk about some teams in the NFC North. You can kind of see it. It's behind me just a little bit, but I'm going to have McCarthy's first start, probably a loss. At home, I'm going to give him the win against the Falcons week 2. This will be a fun quarterback rematch of the national championship because if we have a healthy McCarthy, we have a healthy Michael Penix. Last time these two met was in the national championship. That's a fun story to follow along for. I don't think Kirk Cousins will be the starter. I think Penix is the future for the Falcons. And I think this one's up for grabs for anybody, but I lean towards the talent of what the Vikings have right now. But then to bounce back, probably not going to beat the Bengals. Probably not going to beat the Steelers. Hell yeah, I can see them beating the Browns. I can see them beating the bye week too. Week 7 against the Eagles, probably going to be a loss. Now, as we kind of go ticky-tacky. Okay, this stretch right here of Chargers, Lions, Ravens. Then we'll throw the Packers in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? These 6 games that are right here, they're not going to lose 6 straight. That doesn't happen. Like, teams find a way to win. They find a way to get together. Now, the question is, which game is it going to be? Which game are they going to win? And which game are they going to find what's going to click? I'll say this. They're not going to beat the Ravens. And they're not going to beat the Lions. Okay? So then we got to think, okay, which games are we winning? I can see them beating the Bears. And then I can also, this might be a little controversial, I can see them beating the Chargers. I don't want to say they don't, and they can't, like it's just impossible. But, hold on, let me pause on this for a minute. Lose 4 straight, win 1, lose. But it's the Chargers. Yep. I'll take it. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, on the road in Lambeau, no. Against the Seahawks, yes, I can see them beating them. Against Washington at home, I can see them beating Washington. Against Dallas on the road, probably not. Against the Giants on the road, I can see them probably winning that game. And then 2 games at home. 1 against the Lions, no. And then 1 against the Vikings at home, probably not. So let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 7-10 season, and that's not to say that McCarthy's not the guy. Jones in the backfield with Justin Jefferson, the defense. There's just a lot. There's a lot to expect and ask from a quarterback, which I know this is technically his 2nd year, but this is still his rookie experience because he was injured. He had knee problems, and then the Vikings kind of whoop-de-dooed their way through the regular season with Sam Darnold, and they got a lot of wins together. We saw how that ended in the playoffs. But I think a healthy Viking squad, it's tough for me to say for these road games, for them to go into Detroit, go into Lambeau, go into Jerry World. I can see them beating the Chargers. Because the Chargers are weird. Chargers are kind of like the Bengals, where it's like, this team, this game looks like, oh, this is easy. Chargers are a better team than the Vikings. And it's like, wait a minute. Justin Herbert throws 4 interceptions, something like that. But it's hard for me to see with the away games where it's like, yeah, you're going to beat the Lions, Cowboys, and Packers, and Chargers on the road. Or even the teams that they need to host. Eagles, playoff team. Bengals, potential playoff team. Ravens, playoff team. Lions, playoff team. And then Packers, potential playoff team. That's a lot. That's a lot of games, and that's a lot to ask of a young quarterback. Do I think the Vikings, and this is me giving them the benefit of the doubt, like, dude, they could be worse. They could honestly be so much more worse. Um, but I think it's going to be definitely an interesting year because we don't know where to gauge it. Because, yeah, last time we saw McCarthy was in the national championship. Preseason, yes, but preseason's a lot different. So we'll just see how he acclimates to the NFL speed. But this is my prediction for the Vikings. All right, Dub Bears. Let's move now to Dub Bears. All right. Now the Bears preseason, none of that matters. Okay, against the Vikings at home. Yeah, I can because this will be McCarthy's technically first start in the NFL. Williams already has a year under his belt. I'll give Bears the home team advantage. Against Detroit, no. Against the Cowboys at home, probably not. Against Las Vegas, at Vegas, I can see him beating Vegas. Sorry, I know it's all muddled together and stuff, but just, yeah. They'll lose the bye week now. At Washington, a rematch from last year's Hail Mary game. Give me a little bit of revenge. Why not? Have them bouncing back. Have them beating the Saints. I can see them beating the Saints. At Baltimore and at Cincinnati, no and no. I don't. I don't see them. Well, but the funny thing is they'll probably win one of these two games. Against the Giants, I can see them beating the Giants. At Minnesota, no. I'll have them probably splitting 1-1 with the Vikings. Home against the Steelers, probably not. This could probably be the game that gets Will Howard back on schedule, get the Steelers back on schedule to push for that 9-8 record to get to the playoffs. At Philadelphia, no. At Green Bay, probably not. Against the Browns, I can see them beating the Browns. Against the Packers at home, it will be a tough one, but probably not. Probably not. I think this would be the push to get Jordan Love and the boys like, hey, we're sitting in the middle of the pack. We're not going to make the playoffs. Same where the Bears are at, but just with like talent, I think the Packers are a little bit more talented than the Bears. But this game, I definitely can see that this game will determine, okay, who's going to be that second team going in the NFC North. But to give benefit of the doubt to one of these teams, I want to lean towards the Bears because it's a home game. But there's just parts of me with the history of the Bears-Packers rivalry. Packers will find a way to win this game. Then at San Francisco, no. I think San Francisco is going to have a bounce back here. And then at home against the Lions. You know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because at this point they'll be having all their starters out. But the Lions will probably be resting guys. I'll give them a win there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-10. I know it's not the best record, but look at some of the tough games. You got Detroit, so none of those are given. Okay, so there's 2. You got Baltimore and Cincinnati. Again, not given. And then you got Philadelphia. And then you got San Francisco. Like, the Bears have a freaking tough ass schedule. And so we'll just have to see what these Bears are made of. I think when you improve the line and make the line a little bit better, that will pay dividends in the long run. But Caleb Williams, this is still going to be his second year. Sometimes there is sophomore slumps. But this schedule is not favorable for the Bears, even if they had, even if Caleb Williams was top tier in the league right now. Because even Washington might be good too. But Baltimore's going to be good. Cincinnati's going to be good. Detroit's going to be good. Philadelphia's going to be good. San Francisco's going to be good. So I just named 6 games that it's like, okay, yeah, easy loss. Bears are going to bear. So here we go. Let's look at the Packers. I'll be honest, week 1 at home in Lambeau with the healthy Lions team coming back, I say it's a whoops. We get a little bit of the yips. Week 2 at home, I do think they can win that one. Here, let's do this. Let's move them over here. Week 3 against the Browns. I think they can beat the Browns. Cowboys, come on. I think they can beat the Cowboys. Bye week. It's gonna be no. I think it's gonna be tough sledding. We're gonna lose the bye week. No. Sunday, week 6, against the Bengals in Lambeau. Oh my gosh, this game. I mean, it's gonna be fun watching Joe Burrow play for Lambeau in the first time. This game's interesting, and it's a toss-up for me, and the reason why I'm going to say it's a toss-up is because we don't know how good the Bengals are going to be, because usually the Bengals are bad at the beginning of the season, and sometimes the Packers are too, so it's like, okay, who wants to lose this game? But I don't see the Packers starting 4-1, and if the Bengals are rough to begin their, campaign, they got to get a win in week 6, so we'll have that. Week 7 against the Cardinals. Ooh. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm torn. I could see that game going either way. I'll lean towards that. On the road at the Steelers, I'm going to say that's a loss. And the reason why is I think Rodgers is going to be back. Perfect revenge game. Okay. I'll have them beating the Panthers. Not beating the Eagles. Against the Giants, can probably beat the Giants. At home against the Vikings, I think they can beat the Vikings at home. On the road, Thursday, Thanksgiving. We have won this game before. No, I think the Lions will have it figured out. We still own the Bears, so we'll win this one. In the Mile High, no. We will lose. I think we'll split 1-1 with the Bears. We will not win this one. And then on the road, oh gosh. Because this one could potentially, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wins. So this could potentially be do or die. Can we get to the playoffs? I think they can beat the Bears on the road. And so that's my honest take. I think the Packers can have a pretty good season, but kind of you got to win the crucial home games. Like the Lions game is going to be tough. The Eagles game, the Ravens game, none of these games are going to come easy. You could float this one like if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing in this and it's Will Howard. Yeah, I'll lean towards the Packers. And then again, they could split 1-1 with the Lions. They could sweep the Bears easily and not split 1-1. So I still think the Packers can get to the playoffs, but having 11 plus wins, no, I don't think that's a reality. So yeah, this is so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 9-8. I think the Packers could go 9-8. So now, if the Broncos didn't improve on their defense, we're probably going to win this game, but they improved. They got some help. And yeah, again, you got tough games. You got the Lions, Bengals, Eagles, Ravens. None of these games are going to come easy. Okay, for the Lions and their schedule, I think they can start out hot, get a road win against the Packers. Oh, let me move me down here. All right, and then week 2 against the Bears, definitely. Week 3 against the Ravens on the road. I think Baltimore comes to play, but then I'll have them winning this one. This one, I'm split. I'm split on this one, but with how the Bengals play at the beginning of this season, I probably can see them winning this one. Probably not going to beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. I know they have in the past, but I don't see the Lions starting out 5-1. I can see them starting out 4-2 though. Close loss against the Bucks. Baker's been able to come into Detroit and win, so I'll lean towards the Bucks on this one. But Vikings, W. Against the that one's gonna be a tough one. This one's gonna be a damn big game too, because this could potentially this game, these two could potentially be NFC Championship game matchups. And then we got against the Packers at home again on Thanksgiving. The Packers have won and beat Detroit in Detroit on Thanksgiving before in the past. But this time around, I think it's going to be a little bit different. I think they can beat the Packers. Hell yeah, I think they can beat the Cowboys. Against the Rams, now to this point, they've won 3 in a row. They have 4 losses. One of these, I don't see them going 1, 2, 3, and winning all the way out, winning 7 straight in a row. One of these is going to be a loss. I'd lean towards this one, where Stafford, gets a little bit of revenge against the Lions, but then bouncing back against the Steelers. I can see them beating the Steelers, and then winning out. This one will probably be a loss, but only due to the fact that Lions will probably have the number 1 seed to this point, or they'll have secured the division, so they get an automatic home game. There's no reason to play starters, and so they sit guys to prevent injury. And so yeah, you're gonna lose this game because your starters aren't playing. But this last one's hard to predict. I would say it's probably going to be a win. And so now we're sitting here 12, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12. I can see the Lions going 12-5, if not 12-5, 11-6. I can see them being one of the top teams in the NFC. Definitely making a deep run. Definitely winning their division. So we'll just have to see. We saw injuries are what held them back last season. If you agree, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.